All right, everyone, welcome back. Welcome back, and thanks for joining me. As always, appreciate you being here. All the new and old subscribers as well, thank you again. So this video, I will do something different because you know what? I'm going to play a song. Then I'm going to stitch in a time-lapse opening. Now, based on the song, you will have to try to guess what these toys are, okay? So now, hopefully, it won't get banned because then I'll have to redo this video and you won't even know I'm saying this stuff. So that's going to be tricky. Hopefully it'll just be a copyright, what do they call it? Copyright claim, which is fine. I'm only splicing in a little bit. So hopefully you're comfortable. That's the main thing. You got that steaming cup of coffee that you're clanking away at, or that cup of tea you're stirring in some delicious Manuka honey with its all restorative properties or something like that. At least that's what they tell us. And you got a snack on hand and your screen is cool, your chair is cool, and you're ready to see another amazing, well, in this case, a pair of toys. So here is the song. Let me turn up the speaker a little bit. And I'm only going to play a snippet, like I said, so they don't completely ban it. Are you ready? And I'm going to do the time lapse. And during the time lapse, you'll have to try to figure it out, okay? Stay tuned. Okay, you saw the time lapse unwrapping. You got the hint. Are you ready to see? What was that Robert Palmer song again? Let's see if you figured it out. You should have been able, well, I don't know. I mean, you have to be probably a toy aficionado, number one, and you'd have to kind of figure this is going to be spacey related, right? So, the big reveal, moment of truth. And for the first toy, we have a moon doctor. And for the second toy, we have another moon doctor. So here you go. I have both versions of the moon doctor. And the song did say, Doctor, Doctor. It alluded to two of them. So let's get these out. Let's get these out. They're fresh in from the UK, at least when I'm making the video. Look at that. And they're still wound. You know, it's a pair of toys. And I could have done, just for the sake of content, I could have made two separate videos on this. I can't believe they're still wound up in the box. And I said, you know what? Let me just unveil them both and do it a little differently. And you get a two for one, a double play, a DP, just like that toy, the police car, which, by the way, by the time I'm making this video, I will have probably sent that to the robot hut. And I did have the gun, by the way, so maybe I'll follow up. Wow, this one doesn't want to stop. All right, so what do we have here? We have Sansco on the right, and on this one, who's the manufacturer here? Does it say? Let's see. Anything in the back? Daiya. So we have Sansco and Daiya. Okay, so where do we begin? And why would I waste my money on these? Some people hate these toys. I love them. I think they're cool. They're cool, they're creepy, and unique. So they're paddle foot walkers. I guess we'll start with, you know, I'll start with the Sansco version here with this beautiful box here. So you got this moon doctor, because apparently on the moon, we will not have humans operating. We will have this psychotic-looking creature with metal arms and looks like a saw, a bone saw, and a knife pointed at his head. I'm not getting like a competency vibe from this particular doctor. I don't know if you are. I don't know if I want him operating on me, or is he playing tic-tac-toe, or did he just kill this guy and that's a bandaged wound? Who the hell knows? It's tough to tell. I do know that this nurse seems to have a look of consternation on her face. And I don't know if this gentleman on the bed is a cadaver at this point. He does look a little perplexed here. But maybe he cured him. Who knows? Who the hell knows? But we do know that Dr. Moon is mechanical. He has a lot of lights. And maybe he'll do the job that doesn't appear that he's going to do based on the illustration. And Sansko, and I guess it is Daiya also. Sansko was the distributor. And here you go. You have this end panel here, and then this side panel. I mean, this is a pretty creepy looking illustration. This would, you know, if this wasn't like a toy illustration, this would be at home in some kind of like horror comic, Dr. Moon. You know, this could really be its own comic strip, right? Dr. Moon, the evil Dr. Moon. So what about Dr. Moon himself? Well, like I said, he's a paddle walker. He's got this very squarish chest, and he's got his original glasses that are normally missing. They are humongous. He looks a little bit like George Burns, if you remember him. That's an old-time reference. But paddle footwork, he's in excellent condition. I paid a little more than I should have to get them both. But you know what? The opportunity to get both complete in the box was just too great for me to resist. So I pulled the trigger, just really for expediency's sake, and not to have to mess around with like you getting one and then wanting to get the other. Because I really dig the box on this one, but I feel the other toy's a little more spacey and robotic. But here you go on the back. It says Dr. Moon. And there's your beautiful Daiya logo. He is riveted up, so he's clearly if nothing else, a cyborg. And he's got the round head, and it looks almost like he has a zipper on his head. And he's got a kind of a weird hat with a red cross on it. And that's it. Let's wind him up and see what he does. Oh, his head moves. Not too shabby, I gotta say. I kind of like that head movement. And I don't have to go too crazy because you know what? We have another toy to get to. Okay, so his brother in crime. Let's look at his box first. Now, he's clearly a little bit more of a pensive, kind of like a scientist, navigator or something. He also is sporting those lovely oversized glasses, but he's in some kind of space station or rocket ship. And you can see his robotic innards. And he's the wind-up walking moon doctor. So maybe he's a PhD, not a medical doctor like his twin brother there. But he's got something cool going on with the eyes that I also really dig. It's a beautiful space station, by the way. And you can see him here working on all the apparatus. I'm thinking he's more of a PhD scientist. He might be analyzing all the screw-ups that his brother, the butcher doctor, did. And there's your side panel. So, very, very cool box art. Again, if you're any kind of a comic book fan, you got to love these illustrations. I mean, because they are like spot-on, comic-y. And he already kind of walked a little bit, but look at this. He has atom symbols for eyes. That is fantastic. That's kind of a clever use of the atom logo. And his gear lithography is also very cool. Kind of reminds me of the R35 robot a little bit. These are, you know, more, you know, I'm wondering if they're 60s or 50s. Tough to tell. I'm guessing 60s, but these ones are pristine. And this one has plastic arms, where the other one, if you see here, has tin. So even though his body's cooler, you know, kind of a side-by-side, you look at the difference. The plastic is a little more flimsy. They both have the zipper heads. But, you know, I'm digging those atom eyes. And he's just got like some gold kind of beanie on his head. I guess he's sporting the Tim Pool beanie in gold. There's no brim on it. And let's see the mouths. We'll do close side by side. They're both laughing. They're both having a good time on the moon. These moon doctors would be at home on Futurama. That type of moon environment where it's like basically a comedy. And let's see on the back. Did I show you that already? This says X25. And do a side-by-side. So essentially the same lithography on the back with just different writing. Man, these are pretty cool, though. And then let's wind him up a little bit. So he sticks. That's why he came out of the box walking. I'll give him a little extra juice here. So his head's not turning, though. And I don't think it's meant to turn. I'm guessing the reason his head doesn't turn is because he doesn't do these absolutely catastrophic, insane screw-ups, medically speaking, like his brother. So he doesn't have to turn away on all his oops moments. All right. Okay, are you done? I think that, no. There's a little more left. Wow. Come on, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. That's good. That's it. Let's frame these guys pretty and wrap it up. So those, my friends, are your 2 moon doctors. I hope you like them. And if you do, thumb up the video. I would greatly appreciate it. And again, a brief reminder, if you are a lurker and you're not subscribed, please do so. You'll be glad you did. And you'll see the coolest toys you will ever see in your life, on the internet at least, bar none, by far, not even close. With that, thanks for your time. It's always greatly appreciated. And I, my friends, will talk to you later.